Doc Loves the Kids, a local Kitsap County nonprofit organization established in 2015, whose mission is to provide activities, programs, and community support for at-risk youth.
They put the U in community.
Doc Loves the Kids.
Welcome to Uncommon Courtesy,
where we give you the courtesy of conversation
that's uncommonly spoke of.
I'm D-Mac.
I'm Wesley.
And this is the show. Hey, thanks everybody for views us. Don't forget to like, comment, and share every time you see us posting up. We're trying to help you out while you help us out. Don't forget every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific time, the Friday Fix. Don't forget every Sunday, 1 p.m. Pacific time, the Town Hall.
Yet to be named, but we're going to come up with one for y'all real soon. We're working on it.
So let's get into it, man. I want to start off with Trump says ICE can arrest people at churches and schools, directs agency to use common sense. Federal immigration authorities will be permitted to arrest people and carry out enforcement actions in and near places such as churches and schools, marking a departure from a long-standing policy to avoid so-called sensitive areas. Acting Homeland Security Secretary Benjamin Huffman announced the end of 2 directives in a statement, giving agents more authorities over whether they can carry out enforcement and eliminating a legal pathway for migrants seeking to come to the United States. I mean, yeah, they're going to go balls to the wall.
Yeah, they already put out some stuff about talking about going into Chicago. And you mentioned like every city that they're talking about going to. Say there's 14 cities. All of them are cities that are mostly in blue states. I mean, and I think Phoenix is the only one that was kind of a purplish kind of a state. I feel like he's trying to start like I won't even call it. I know they use everything as culture war. This is almost like a dividing war between America. Why are you not going out if you want to find immigrants and people like that and migrants? Why don't you go out to the to rural areas? Because a lot of them are working out there.
These are the major sanctuary cities. They've been dubbed. That's why the migrants are going there. You know, and it's crazy because Texas and Florida, for some reason, flew the migrants to most of these places.
Oh yeah, and on top of that, though, what I'm saying is like, but they don't find jobs in a lot of these places. It's hard to find work in a lot of those kind of places.
How New York looked, bro, they couldn't find a place, so they're taking over the streets.
Yeah,
they were in there. You know what I'm saying, like selling stuff.
I understand that, but for years we've been having migrants coming in. This isn't just a new thing. That's just even when we had sanctuary cities. So these people it's easier for them to go find work in rural areas. There just is. Because those people need people to help with their crops and whatever else. Go out there. You haven't talked about going out there at all. Why is that? Why are you only talking about invading Chicago, New York City, Boston, places like this that you know are heavily like blue strongholds? It's because you want to divide and conquer, because you want to show your force to these people, to these cities first, because they're against you. This has been shown. I mean, everything you do is kind of like is to divide America. Yeah, period. And
I mean, honestly, there's sanctuary cities, and that's where, you know, that's an influx of migrants anyways. They know that because they sent a lot of them there. You know, Chicago, they're having an issue with the Venezuelans. New York, they're having issues with people coming from further south than Venezuela. Remember, you had the one guy online. He was like, hey, you can come here and get free money, free housing. You should do this. They should free the guy that stabbed the police. You know what I'm saying? He's on a revenge tour. Everything he said he was going to do, no matter how hateful and evil it was, he about to do it. That's what the people voted him to do. It's sad to see, but he didn't declare a state of emergency. So I guess we're not going to martial law. So I can say at the moment.
He declared a state of emergency at the border, though. He's talking about shutting down the borders. He doesn't want anybody crossing. He did declare a state of emergency at the border. Let's see where he goes with it next. I mean, he's talking about a paramilitary. I don't know if that's a different segment or not, but forming a paramilitary division at the White House so he can utilize them. What were you saying about that?
Yeah, so it's basically he's making his. I mean, that's why the January 6th people were released and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's forming his own army to actually just go against the other half of America.
And he's showing you that he'll pardon you if you do anything wrong. If it's federal, you know what I mean? Hopefully, because he knows that most of the places he's going to send you to, if the states do anything about it, which I think those places would, if there's something that egregious that happens. But right now, everyone seems to be, you know what? We're going to go ahead and ride along with Trump because we don't know how far his power goes. No one knows until he starts using the Supreme Court, till you take it up to the Supreme Court and they show you that they're willing to go ahead and side with him on anything. But this is crazy. I mean, they're all like, they've already looked at it like, so the article read basically that they're about to start going in and removing immigrants from different cities. Correct?
Well, I mean, it's like they were just saying those are safe spaces. They were actually going to do it on day one, but someone snitched and gave up the information to Chicago because they wanted to do a raid while he was, in the inauguration. Like, look, we already started, but they gave up word, so they're supposed to do it today. So they're starting them now. They're making the raids. They know where these people are. They know the facilities. They know where they're hiding.
So didn't they cancel like flights from?
Oh yeah, that's a whole nother article.
Okay,
they had. We can cover this in this one too because it's part of it. They canceled a flight for 16,000 people that were already by Joe Biden said they were legally able to come here from Afghanistan. He canceled it. He said, "Nah, we done here."
I mean, they cut off all foreign aid. They've halted it for 90 days.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully it's all. Hopefully it's not just to countries that don't look like us. I mean, hopefully it's like the places like Israel as well.
They want to reevaluate. I mean, the money's already been sent out. That's fine. It's already been allocated for whatever they needed for. But he's doing it for 90 days. He's like, look, because he said that before. He's like, every country needs to pay their fair share. He's like, look, if you ain't got no arms and we're protecting you, I'm leaving here with something.
I feel like this. When it comes down to it, though, you honor your word until you can create it, until you can make a new agreement. I'm not against him looking at the agreements, but I believe, me personally, I think he's the kind of person who's trying to find agreements and make new deals that benefit him, not just the country. I believe he has some thoughts for the country as well, but I believe a lot of the deals will benefit him. Just like he's telling TikTok they got to sell 50% to the United States government.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
somebody in America.
I mean, but he's saying the government, the U.S. government. That's what he's saying now. I mean, we'll see if that becomes if that's the thing there, or does he allow a private money to kind of get into it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we'll find out if that happens.
And we'll keep you up to date with all these deportations and raids as they continue on.